Okay. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the delay on the responding and getting on and being quiet there for a bit. Unfortunately, I am not doing this update with any positive news. In fact, if anything, things have gotten a lot worse. And CIG may well have put themselves in the doghouse, even to a legal standard, over this whole matter, with how absolutely atrociously they are handling this fiasco. I think they knew day one that this was not going to work.
Welcome.
But they didn't care.
Vehicle retrieval system.
And they decided to stay radio silent while their people in the back tried to run damage control over this whole mess. So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap, and then we'll go over the updates. And again, like I said, they're not good. They are not good at all. This is going to be absolutely atrocious. So let's get it. Let's dive into it. All right, guys. As everybody's aware, and this is going to be a quick recap. I'm not going to go through all the documentation on the first part. CIG decided to pull a little fast one. Go make a move for some big money. Which, okay, fine. They're a big company. They need a cash flow. Whatever. Fine. I really don't care. That's well and good. Then they went a little bit dark side with the flight blades. Everybody's well aware of that. That's well publicized. But not a peep, not a whimper, not even a howdy ho has this whole matter seen the light of day. And shortly after the start of Invictus, right after they released the Idris into a bunch of people's hands, they put out a post just before they put out a post on May 14th, roughly just before 11 a.m. my time, informing everybody that they were going to be handling the Idris rollout differently. And at this time, way back then, not one word about what we just found out today. Not one peep was spoken. Nothing. Just completely ghosted us. And that caused a great amount of anger and pushback from the community, because we were all under the understanding of a very clear-cut, very concise wording of the deal. The deal doesn't have an asterisk, doesn't have any sort of limiter or a clause. It's very, very clear. Unambiguous. Speaking hard. There's no doubt about what is written there. It's 2 sentences, technically 3 if you count the run on there with that little comma. But it's very clear. And we've got people that have been, not just myself, but people that have been, lots of people that have been subscribing for years, nearly a decade. They've been subscribed, and now they're going to pull this. What are they pulling, you might ask? Well, they ghosted us for two weeks, not saying a darn word. Then they go and they said, and I will quote, that I finally opened the ticket 2 days ago. 10 hours ago, I got a reply. I'm going to share this publicly because it's warranted and the people have the right to see it. I contacted them, letting them know what the situation was. It's been over 2 weeks, no flight thing issued. Then we got an individual by the name of Maxwell Carper III. I don't know if he's a bot. I don't know if he's an underling that was just handed a piece of paper, said, blanketly send this out. But from what I have gathered, this has been a cut and paste, cookie cutter response submitted to everyone. Thank you for contacting RSI Player Relations. Oh, how cute. We have reviewed this account and can confirm you will be granted access to the Imperial test flight Idris soon if you have not been already. Oh, really? That was never in question. That was never the problem. The problem is keeping your word. Putting it out. It should have been released immediately. Then it goes on. Due to the demand of the Idris and to preserve the playability in the verse, the rollout of Idris Imperial flight test is going to be a little different from other ships. Oh, really? Could you please, by all means, please point out in your in the subscription description thing here, or even in this, where any of what this is was going to say, hey, it's going to be a rollout. We're not going to put it immediately. No. Back on the 14th of May, you stated unequivocally, once it concludes, players' accounts will have it for the week, as stated. Period. Not a rollout, not a stagger. Everyone at the same time. But we'll go on. You can read more about it in this thing here, which happens to be this right here. Read more about it. Yeah, please, by all means, point it out. Where is that here? Where? It's not. The important thing to know is that the Imperial flight address will be granted to subscribers in waves. In waves. That's not how this works. If your servers are so crippled that they cannot do this ship, it should never have been released. It should never have been put out until the servers were ready. You had obligations. They were not unknown. They were not a surprise. They were not in question. It was very clear what the obligations were. And then we go on with the first wave being granted access on the 27th of May. That, my friends, is exactly 1 week ago. 1 week ago. Why was nothing said back then? Why was there no post anywhere of this matter? We've been sitting here for over a week, pleading, begging, pinging. And now, 10 hours ago, and it's as of the 3rd of June, a week after the supposed start date of this mess. What the actual hell? New Waves will begin each Tuesday at 1600 UTC. And you should receive an email in the days before your wave is to be granted access so you can prepare and get ready. Thank you for your understanding. Let us know if you have any other questions or concerns, and have a great day. We just screwed you over. Have a great day. Really? What the actual frail? This is complete BS. One thing that comes to mind and what goes on the top, they don't say anywhere in here how these waves are being decided. Who's getting what? When? Where? Why? Nothing. Just arbitrary, oh, we're doing a wave system. Oh, and it just happened to have started a week ago, which, according to everything I've been seeing, is BS because not one person has stepped up and said, yeah, I've got mine. Not one. So what happens to that first wave that never got their Idris? So, first thing we have wrong with this situation, this is not anywhere in the contract. The contract clearly states immediate. At time of release. Not waves, not any of that crap. Immediately. This wave crap is total BS. And they need to retract and put it out server-wide. If they need to put more servers online, fine. Put more servers online. But you created your bed, you get to sleep in it. Secondly, how the ever-living crap, CIG, are you actually deciding who gets the privilege of being first? Who gets the privilege of being second? How many waves? Nothing. No information. No clarification whatsoever. So I reached back out to him. And by the way, I got this, and then I immediately got this shortly thereafter. Let me pull it up. This is the document. I mean, I put it in a Word document so I didn't dox myself more than this information. So, here we go. Maxwell Cooper III. Information being put out, sent to me 10 hours ago. And this is that same thing we just read. Sent to my email. Before that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Complete crickets. So I responded, no. Where does it say anything about this? And that's something. I confronted him about it. Here's the reply. Unfortunately, I do not have any further information to provide on this. Huh. I wonder why. Maybe because there is none that validates what you're doing. And I am unable to change the method this access is being provided. I know that. You're an underling. They're your mouthpiece. The people responsible are the higher-ups that have decided, that hover higher-ups and whoever it was that made this horrific decision. As was explained in the Spectrum Post, this is being done to ensure the best possible performance in the persistent universe for everyone. That is not in the Spectrum Post. I repeat, that is not in the Spectrum Post. Because if I right-click this Spectrum and delete to, right now, up to top, this is in it. Nothing. Not a bloody peep. Let me make sure it may be pointing directly at what they were trying to say. Maybe that's why I should let's see what it was. No. So it's got to be up farther. Yeah, this is what they're pointing to. This is what they're pointing to, saying it was posted. It was never posted. Never posted. Lie. Dude, the worst thing, aside from being radio science, aside from ghosting, the absolute worst thing any company can do, anyone can do to their customers is lie. That is one of the top and worst things you can do, and one of the fastest ways to flat out max player relations. Huh. And then we got this gentleman here, Goldie. Thank you, Goldie, for providing this to us. He received this in his email. This was sent to him by his email. I did not get this. That's bullshit. That's BS. As we bid farewell to another exciting year of Invictus Launch Week, the Idris Imperial flight tests have commenced. According to this person, no, they haven't. Who got this email, by the way. Get ready to command one of the most formidable capital ships in the universe. No action required on your part. Simply log in and take command. Oh, how disingenuous. And the email saying it's ready went out, to me at least, 7 hours ago. That was the first time anything like this showed up, was 7 hours ago. Not the 27th. No. 7 hours ago. Here's another part of the problem. People like myself, okay, and I'm gonna kind of give a little bit of context for you guys, for everybody out there, just so you understand. The average person who signs up for the subscription, the Imperium subscription program, they do so because they're not a rich whale. They don't have daddy bucks monies or massively disposable income where they can casually and flippantly drop $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a single digital ship. in the game. The disconnect is real. So you got all these people. I don't know what they're. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Full number of what is it? I want to get this right. We'll do this live. We'll do this with you guys here. And what I'm doing is, please, by all means, I really could use some subs and whatnot. If you don't want to hit the notification bell, that's fine. Subs is just fine. It helps the channel no matter what. It gets the word out there. But I'm trying to find this out. Are they not going to tell us? Interesting. They hide it. Given what I'm seeing, I'd say it's in the thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that signed up for the subscription. Okay? So, but people sign up because of a number of reasons. One, they can't afford it. If they want to try it. They want to try the ships. They just can't afford them. You get some people like myself. I'm a fledgling content creator. I'm just trying to get things started, trying to get my channel to grow and build. So for me, this subscription is kind of critical. And in the space of news and content, timing matters. Access matters. If I don't get my Idris day one, I'm already behind. I'm already behind the 8 ball. My videos will likely have low to no relevancy whatsoever. And that's assuming I even get to wave 2 or 3. And you know what? I'm not. And many, 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 many others are not as well. I speak for the greater numbers of greater populace. What the actual bloody F, CIG? Even if I got mine on wave 3, because I'm definitely not getting wave 2, that's already supposedly started. I'm not getting it for wave 1. That's coming on, according to them. At this rate, I probably won't see it on wave 3. This is complete BS. Now, granted, monetarily, it won't hit me because I'm not monetized yet. But that's the problem. The only way for me to get to achieve that, to get up there, is to get views, to get exposure, for people to see these videos and be able to actually respond and to watch it and get informed and get another take or another viewport or point or another aspect that many would not get to see. But here you go. Here you got 2 weeks. Now, I'm guaranteed to not have it. So it means I'm guaranteed now. They've basically told me, and everyone else by extension up to this point, you will not see your ship for at least 3 to 6 weeks. What the actual hell do you think you're doing, CIG? Or CGI? CGI? No, CIG. You are bending over and dooming content creators and other people through your lack of foresight, to your complete disregard to what we based our stuff off of and our trust in you. You've killed it. You have killed that trust. You've had the audacity to sit there and treat everybody like a second-class citizen. We don't have any idea of what I don't have any idea right now whatsoever of what exactly is going on. Even the information you did give us, that little bit of itsy-wincy information, says absolutely nothing. They didn't say that. All they told us is you're being screwed over. Have a nice day. Idris Gate is real, people. Idris Gate is real. CIG, RSI. Do we really mean that little to you? Really? I know why they're not saying how they're deciding who gets to go first and who doesn't. They're to keep this quiet. They're trying to keep it low key. Well, guess what? I will not be silenced. I will not stay low key. I will put my voice out there for all those who just can't or won't for whatever reason. And I will stand up and say, no, this will not go. This will not be acceptable. I mean, had they, I'll again, I'm going to do it again like I did before. I will try to play a bit of devil's advocate here. Had they, day one, on the 14th, or even on the 16th, 17th, 18th of May, had they gone on at that time, once that first group of ships were in the hands of the people who bought them, paid for them. Guess what? We bought and paid for ours too. We didn't buy and pay for it for Indefium, but we did buy and we did pay for our use of that ship for 1 week. It's not being kept to. And if you having server issues, that's a you problem, not an us problem. You either don't roll out this. That's a hard. You don't roll out this the ship if it's not ready. Either the ship, the servers, or anything else. Do not roll it out. But had they done what they should have, which was on May 16th, 18th, even on May 20th, for frick's sake, they could have tagged this, they could have pinned this, they could have amended this, they could have added a chunk to it with an update saying, oh, just so everybody knows, yeah, we goofed. We made a horrible mistake. We had no idea that putting this ship in the verse would destabilize the whole verse. We're sorry. And we would very much like to be able to get it out to everybody on time. Get it out to everybody as we assured all of you. And as far as I'm concerned, for every week that a person is not able to get it, they should have the ship, they should get it for an extra 2 days. So for the people of Wave 1, you get it for an extra 2 days because you had to wait this week to get it for an extra 2 days. Wave 2, guess what? You get it for a week and 4 days. Yeah. Wave 3, well, you get it for a week and 6 days. Damn near 2 weeks. If there's a week 4, guess what? That week 4, over a month plus a week, well, you get it for nearly 2 weeks. That would be fair. That would be the right way to handle this. That would be an option. This is BS. This whole mess is total unequivocal BS. I understand what this is. This is simply poor Max saying, I'm just a mouthpiece. I can't give you more. That's what this is. This is poor Max saying, man, I want to give you more. I want to tell you what's going on. But he's not allowed. He's not unable. Well, he might be unable because he's not being given it. He doesn't have it to give because they're not giving him it to give to us because they don't want us to know. This is officially the absolute worst rollout ever. Ever. I have no sympathy. None. Because this entire mess, this entire fiasco was done and caused by a money grab. By them putting something out that was not ready to be put in the verse. Period. And since it was not ready, now they're scrambling, and now they had to put into place something that's going to hurt people. That's going to wrong them. I'm sure there are plenty of people that if you told them, We know we promised you. We know with their subscription, we promised you this. We screwed up. We found out that our service cannot handle it. For this, we ask both for your patience and offer X, Y, or Z as our token of our sincerity and to try to make up for our not being able to keep the contract. But there was nothing made. No offer. No understanding. No acceptance of they were wrong. Not even in this. Not even in this. Not one bit of this is a freaking apology. Not one. Not we were wrong. Not we screwed up. Not we did things incorrect. Not our mistake. Nothing. And they outright lied. Twice. Here, with this statement right here, outright lie. And here, outright lie. I'm going to type up my next post, and I'm going to not hit submit yet because I also need to include this video with it. I want your guys' feedback. I want to hear back from all of you out there that view this video. What's your thoughts? What's your take on this? Am I wrong? Am I far way off base? Or am I not far enough? Please, by all means, comment in the description. Like I said, just let me know. I really, really want to know. And that's, yes, we are subscribing to the project. That's what the subscription is for. Yes, I know. I suck at spelling. Please forgive me. I at least thankfully have. There we go. I used to have the spell check. Now, please keep in mind, I am not Karening here. I simply am understanding that this is an underling. An underling is just doing what he's told to do. No more, no less. He doesn't have access to anything outside of what he is handed by his superiors. He was handed this bit here and told him, copy, paste. Do nothing more. Copy, paste. And I'm going to go ahead and reference it. So they can't sit there and say, well, blah, 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 blah. I just don't, I really just, what the hell? One, we need to be provided exactly how it is being determined who gets to be in what wave because we have a right to know. Two, why the over 2 weeks there's that. Three, 4. And it is, by the way, hence the T type, L type, whatnot. They are different types. They are different variants. And I think it's one P, not 2. Not prawn. Let's see here. Five. And I'm staying civil. The O's. So, I'm going to put that in a postscript. Postscript. And the first thing I'm going to add is my first video on this matter. The one that all of you, as I've already watched the first one, will likely have already watched. Less than 24 hours since I posted it. That's actually kind of effed up here, but that's what it is. It is what it is. Now, I won't be able to give this. Actually, no, I can actually. Hold on. Give me a moment. I can do this. I can actually do this. I just need to go to my dashboard, my YouTube dashboard for my channel, and attach this video's share thing to it. And man, this is nuts. That I'm angry. Clearly, I was annoyed. I was frustrated. I'm now in the full rage right now, and I'm raging that they went and did this and didn't care. Did not care. One bit. So I'm going to be able to submit this, and it will just automatically make the channel, this video available. So here we go. Submitting. Successfully submitted. That's a long post. And yes, it's a clickable links. So there you go, everybody. I really, really hope. I really, 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 really have hope. I don't have expectation. I have hope that they will see this. They will realize I'm right. This is not okay, and they need to fix this. And they will, and we'll get it. We'll get maybe, just maybe, they'll do an about face like they supposedly said they would do for the flight blades and those things, and do what was right then. Let's hope they'll do it here. But the only way that will happen is this must get exposure. So not only am I putting it here, I'm going to be taking, and I'm going to be putting this on every forum, every social media for this company, everywhere I can. And I ask that you, to get this word out, to get this message out, give this video a thumbs up. Give my channel a sub. hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of the updates as they unfold. Because we're in it, guys. This is Idris Gate. And I'm hoping this turns around. But for the right now, that's all I've got to give for this update. For Philosophical signing out, guys. Stay safe and fly straight.